Can you believe it's been 3 years since Overwatch first came out? I wasn't planning on getting Overwatch on launch day back in May of 2016, a full-priced online multiplayer-only game. But my brother convinced me to get it, and I'm glad he did because I loved it. I would consider that my 2016 Game of the Year, and over the years, my brother and I have had a lot of awesome memories playing the competitive mode. I'm sure many players can relate to the joy of winning and the rage of losing. But with time, we would play it on and off and gradually grow more distant of it. As a matter of fact, before the Switch version, it had been a full year since I played some Overwatch. As soon as I started playing it on Switch, I was reminded how much I love this game, these characters, this world. But the performance, the frame rate, the resolution, compared to the other versions, it's not nearly as good. Where's the 4K 60 FPS on Switch? But does that mean it's not worth playing? All those questions answered today in this episode of Dreamality Z. This is still the same Overwatch many of us know, but in case you don't, Overwatch is a 6v6 hero shooter. This is an online-only multiplayer game. When searching for a match, you're locked into one of 3 classes: tank, damage, or support. Team composition is very important. It's best to be aware of who your team is playing as well as who the enemy team is playing as, and adjust accordingly. All 31 heroes play differently, have different abilities and ultimates. Personally, I love playing tanks and support the most. My favorite hero since 2016, people, is still Reinhardt. He's my boy. I love Roadhog as well. Landing a pin and landing a hook is still so satisfying after all these years. But there's so much variety in all the characters, I'm sure everyone can find a character that suits their playstyle. All the modes are here except for competitive, which will be coming soon. The arcade features a variety of different modes, from co-op to team vs team to free-for-alls. My personal favorite mode to play in Overwatch is the competitive mode, but since it's not available on Switch just yet, I've been playing mostly quick play. Quick play features the same modes as competitive, but matches are shorter and there's nothing at stake. The matches in quick play are all objective based. You're either attacking or defending a zone, escorting or defending a payload. Matches can get intense, and I still find the objectives very fun. Alright, now that we got the basic overview out of the way, let's get on with the negatives. Resolution. While playing in handheld it's 720p, which is great. Docked, however, it is 900p. Visually, compared to the other versions, this one doesn't look nearly as good. It looks blurry sometimes, it isn't nearly as detailed, which is most evident when playing in docked mode. That being said, it doesn't look horrible, it can still look good, just not nearly as good as the other versions. The frame rate is capped at 30 FPS, another compromise made. I gotta say, when I first started playing Overwatch on the Switch, it took a bit of getting used to because of the frame rate. It makes it feel so different. But, you know, I can honestly say 17 hours later, I'm used to the feel of the game. I can confidently play as any character and not feel like the frame rate is holding me back to the point I'm getting angry or feeling useless. The game definitely needs more polish, so I'm happy competitive isn't available yet because they need to make some fixes. Every so often you'll get kicked out of a match. Whenever I joined a match that had already begun, I couldn't see my character or any of the characters in the match for about 15 to 30 seconds. In that time, you're pretty much useless, and that's a lot of time in this game. I do wish they added more free stuff to the game, like skins. Overwatch is 3 years old. For the price and age, this should be a complete edition. I mean, come on, you gotta agree, that would be nice. A complete edition with all this stuff? And in case you're wondering, like every version of Overwatch, when you start playing on a different console, you need to start the grind all over again. You can't move your progress, your skins, your statistics over to another account. Here's some bonus info. There is voice chat in this game, and you don't need to use the phone app. How nice. You can plug in a headset to the Switch, and bam, you're good. Maybe it's because it's just quick play, but in a majority of my matches, nobody was communicating over the mic, but instead using the in-game commands, which work really well. I am curious to see how communication will be when competitive hits. The Switch also features motion controls, which I'm not a fan of. Nintendo-themed skins, please. I want a Donkey Kong Winston, Rosalina Mercy, Kratos Doomfist. Is that too much to ask? It's time for the biggest positives. This is Overwatch on Switch. It's a game I love. You guys know I love team play in games. I also love playing competitive Overwatch and trying to rank up to get better. I've played a ton of Overwatch on PS4, I've played it on the Xbox One, and I don't need to play the Master Race version to know it's the king. Yes, the Switch version of Overwatch is the worst to play, but I'm still having a ton of fun with it. I love playing this in handheld mode. I've been playing it every night. Replay value is very, very high for me. It scratches an itch I've had with the Switch since the Switch release. Try saying that 20 times fast. I've always wanted a competitive shooter on the system. I've tried some of the other games that have come out, but none of them held my attention for very long. I love the heroes, the skill sets, the maps, the modes, skins, emotes, highlight intros, the dialogue between characters and matches, endorsing players getting endorsed, working towards improving as a player and as a teammate. I love the music, I love the art style. Oh, and I love winning, especially those too close for comfort matches. It's such a thrill. And Blizzard, I know you're watching, so listen. I love those animated Overwatch shorts. Those are top of their class. They're awesome, so keep making them. Only until forever, I think that's fair. It's time for the ultimate question. Do I recommend Overwatch on Switch? I say Overwatch in general is an amazing game, but the Switch version at the moment is only good. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. I do think it's overpriced, it needs polish, and returning players, if you're going into this wanting 1080p, 60 FPS performance, you will be disappointed. New players, however, I don't think the frames and the resolutions will be much of an issue. It's just cool that you get to play Overwatch. If you go into this like me, go in wanting to play some Overwatch on Switch, knowing it'll look worse, not run as smooth, and knowing it will take some time to get a feel for the game, you might just end up having a lot of fun with it like I am. For me, it's a casual Overwatch experience. It is the worst version of Overwatch to play, but it's still fun. You have heard my thoughts. Now it's time to share yours. If you played Overwatch on Switch or any system, how are you liking it? Who are your favorite heroes to play as? I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was enjoyable. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. I am here to help people. And as always, thanks for watching.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.